So these laws we got to keep. We got to keep all these laws according to the scriptures. So you understand where you see yourself on the sign?
Mexican Aztecs.
Mexican Aztecs. And you know the Aztecs, they knew the law. They knew some of the laws, right? Because Azteca is a Hebrew word. So they knew some of those laws in there. Give me, where you read? So you finish that? Okay, so you understand Christmas is of a heathen custom, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28:49. Because remember, because Texas was who's before the so-called white man had? Mexicans, right? It was called Tejas, right? And then they couldn't pronounce it, so they called it Texas, right? And then, like he mentioned earlier, the brother mentioned earlier, they put a wall up to block you from coming into your own land. But God said, for breaking my commandments, that will happen. Watch, read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. So who came from far to America? Huh? No, what nation came against the nation of Israel from far? Because you're the nation of Israel. So read that part again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So the Lord is going to bring a nation against you from far. What nations came against you from far? It's the Thomas Jefferson, the so-called white man. The cavalry came against you. The conquistadors came against you. You seen Apocalypto, that movie? Do you remember the ending of that movie? What happened at the ending? They was on the cliff. They looking out in the water. What they saw? They saw ships. Those ships was coming to do what? Colonize you. Come take your way. Save the, what did it say? Save the man. Kill the Indian, save the man.
That's right.
Cut your hair, make you be what they are, right? Read.
From the end of the earth.
So all the way from Europe, from Spain, from Dutch, from the far ends of the earth. Read.
As swift as the eagle flies.
That's sweet. As swift as what?
As swift as the eagle flieth.
What country represents an eagle? Let me get that sign. What country represents the eagle as their sign or their signal?
Bring it on.
U.S., right? You see it where? On a postal truck. What's on there? It got an eagle, right? Where else? It's on your money.
That's right.
Where that? Where is that on your money? On the dollar bill, right? Look at this. On the quarters, right? Look, you said on the quarter. So American eagle. The Spanish had it, the Romans had it, and the Greeks had it.
Right.
They all the same people. And then, oh, you said on the dollar bill, you had the pyramid and then the eagle right there. And then Benjamin Franklin wanted to use a turkey for the symbol of America, but guess what? The spirit was on him. He said, no, we got to use the eagle.
Right.
We got to use the eagle. Because they know in their spirit that's what it represents them. Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
So did the Mexicans and the Indians understand the American language when they came over here?
Bring it out.
What they were speaking? Their language, English or Dutch or Spanish, right? Or Latin. But y'all was speaking what here? Our language would be probably a dialect of Hebrew. Because now you speak what? English, which is your precious language. And you speak Spanish as well, which is your precious language. Because you're not Spanish. Because it's Spanish. Something like. You're not Spanish. You don't come from Spain. You come from here. This is your land. But again, God said what?
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. They got they got a spirit on them. They'll kill anything. Read.
That's right. Which shall not regard the person of the old.
So they don't care if you're an old man. Read.
Nor shall show favor to the young.
They don't care if you're young. So in slavery, who was picking cotton for the blacks?
Bring it on.
We were right. Was it old people and young people in the cotton field? And young people.
That's right.
You had they 6 years old, got 4 years old, as soon as you can walk. So same thing here. Y'all was in slavery too. And they don't care how old you are, they'll kill you when you're old. We got that. We don't have that picture of where you beating them, bashing the baby on the stone. They don't care. They used to beat our kids on the stone. Gator bait was for the black people. When they came over and conquered the Native Americans and the Mexicans, they used to kill off the kids, kill off the old people. They will bash the baby against the stone. And you know what? Guess what? That's going to happen to them. We gonna get that justification later. But in order to get that justification, you got to keep the laws of God. Because there is a payback for that, right? So they gotta have to pay for that. Right. Read.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle.
He, who you think the he is? No. The he is those other nations that came against you and shall do what?
Eat the fruit of thy cattle.
So look, so if you could bring it closer, officer. So look real close, right? Look, they about to cut off hands, they cutting off noses. Is there a picture with the baby on there? It's not on here, huh? Where's it at? Yeah, there you go, right here. Look, what he's holding in his hand. A baby about to bash it against the wall, and they had us right here, hung up. There was, represents us as the apostles.
Right.
That's wild, right? That's the Spanish, that's what they did. The conquistadors came against your people.
Bring it on.
Which are the 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle.
He gonna come here and take all your resources away from you.
Right.
So with the Native Americans, what they had here roaming on the field? What they had roaming on the field? Buffalo. What they do with those buffalo? That's what the natives did. But the so-called white man and they killed off the buffalo. Right. They would have contests to bring other Europe and Spain to come and have a contest just to kill buffalo. Right. They didn't even use none of the buffalo. Right. So that happened to you. Read.
And the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed.
Until you be destroyed. Until you call yourself what? Mexican, Spanish. So you're not calling yourself what no more?
No.
What God calls you? Which one? Issachar.
That's right.
Issachar. So what's your tribe? No, right there. Issachar from the nation of what? Right here at the top. 12 tribes of Israel. So your nationality is Israel and your tribe is Issachar. You understand that? For he is hired. You understand that?
This is from the book Origins of the American Indians by Lee E. Huddleston. Page 88. The Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Shalmaneser.
So said the Mexicans are what?
The Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Shalmaneser.
They're originally the 10 tribes of Israel. The 10 tribes of Israel. Look at that. The 10 tribes. That's Ephraim on down. The 10 tribes. Mexicans represent one of those tribes. Issachar. Read.
And of the families of Issachar.
Families of who?
Of Issachar.
So what is your nationality? Issachar. That's who you are. That's who you be. You've been lied to. You've been lied to for so long. Colossians 2:8. Is that it on that? You've been lied to. You've been bamboozled for so long thinking you of another nation. You think that you're not even part of the family of the blacks or Native Indians. Right? Watch, read it.
The book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you.
What does beware mean? Know your surroundings. Cautious. Be aware, right? Beware lest what?
Lest any man spoil you.
Who spoiled us? No. Beware lest any man spoil you. The so-called white man spoiled us. Told you that Jesus Christ was a white man. Told you to celebrate your birthday. Told you to celebrate Christmas. Told you to celebrate Easter. Celebrate Mother's Day tomorrow. Don't celebrate Mother's Day tomorrow. You're supposed to honor your mother all the time. Not just on one day. We spending billions of dollars on Mother's Day alone. You can save that money. See, I'm supposed to honor you every day, mother. Read.
Through philosophy.
Through a philosophy, through their thought process. Through Einstein and all them. That's what they think of. Not according to this. Read.
And vain deceit.
A vain deceit, a lie. They teach you lies, my brother.
Right.
They taught us lies throughout this history.
Right.
If your slave master not going to tell you the truth, right? No, he going to lie to you. He going to keep you at the bottom. Read.
After the tradition.
After what?
After the tradition.
After the tradition.
Of men.
Of men. That's what you learning from. That image right there is teaching you that you are a slave. That you are not from the children of Israel. That's what that's teaching you. Read.
After the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
And not after what?
And not after Christ.
The teachings is not after Christ, because Christ told you to do what? Keep the commandments of God. Christ told you to keep the commandments of God, John 14:15. Christ told you to keep the commandments. As a people, we're supposed to keep the commandments of God. Our sisters are supposed to not be yelling in the middle of the street. We're supposed to be chaste and meek. That's what we're supposed to be doing. But we are out of order. We're at the bottom because we what? We fell away from God's commandments. Read.
The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me.
If ye love me, this is in red writing, right?
Yes.
This is in red writing.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
If you love me, keep the commandments. We don't keep Mother's Day, sis. We don't keep Mother's Day, sis. That is not of God. The so-called white woman and the white man created that. But what did it say, my brother? She's trying to distract you. What did it say? What did Christ say to do? Follow his rule. Read it again.
If ye love me,
if you love Christ,
keep my commandments.
Keep the commandments. That's how you love God. That's how you love Christ, is keeping the commandments. Wearing fringes, border of blue. Did he go over your beard? Do you know you got to have a beard on your face? Leviticus 21. You're supposed to have a beard on your face as a man. That's one of the commands. As you see all these brothers in purple, what they wearing, and black, what they wearing on their face. What they got on their face. A beard, right? It might not necessarily be white, but that come with age and wisdom, right? Watch, check this out. Read.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their heads.
So don't make baldness. Michael Jordan, he makes baldness on his head, right? He take a razor and shave off the hair off his head to make there's no hair. So if you going bald, that's called forehead bald. So that means you clean, you're all right, because that's of the Lord. Read.
Neither shall they shave off.
Neither shall what?
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Do what?
Shave off the corner of their beard.
See that? Don't shave the corner of your beard. So if I was to shave off the corner of my beard, what would I have? What they call that? It's just right there. A goatee, right? So that means I'm doing what? Am I obeying God or disobeying God? Disobeying God.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in